The next 24 months will determine whether Ranbir Kapoor becomes Bollywood's undisputed king or another cautionary tale of unfulfilled potential. With 4 massive projects, big budgets, international collaborations, and the weight of replacing the Khans on his shoulders, this isn't just about movies. This is about legacy. From carrying India's most expensive mythological epic to navigating controversial sequels, from Sanjay Leela Bhansali's return to the pressure of an entire cinematic universe. Today we're breaking down why these next 2 years will either crown Ranbir as the successor to the Khans or prove that talent alone isn't enough in Bollywood's brutal game. This is CelebrAsian and you're about to witness the ultimate test of stardom. Today we dive into why these 4 films will make or break Ranbir Kapoor's claim to Bollywood's throne. This is the most critical juncture in any contemporary actor's career. At 42, Ranbir isn't the promising newcomer anymore. He's not the king of the throne performer either. He's now the man expected to fill the shoes of Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan and Amir Khan. But succession in Bollywood is treacherous. Just ask Hrithik Roshan, who was once exactly where Ranbir stands today. Let's start with the elephant in the room, Hrithik Roshan. In 2000, after Kaho Na Pyar Hai, industry experts didn't just predict Hrithik would be successful, they declared him the future king of Bollywood. His debut broke every record, his dance moves became cultural phenomena, and his looks made him a global heartthrob. Trade analysts called him the next big thing. Senior actors blessed his future. The media crowned him before he'd even proven longevity. Sound familiar? Because this is exactly the narrative surrounding Ranbir today. But somewhere between kites, Mohenjo-daro and inconsistent film choices, Hrithik's trajectory shifted. Don't misunderstand. He's delivered masterpieces like Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, Super 30 and War. But did he become the undisputed king everyone predicted? That crown still seems to be out of reach, proving that talent, looks, and early success don't guarantee succession. Here's what makes Ranbir's situation uniquely challenging. He's not just competing with his contemporaries anymore, he's competing with a legacy that spans 3 decades. Shah Rukh Khan gave us the romance of the 90s and 2000s. Salman Khan created the mass masala template. Amir Khan brought method acting to mainstream cinema. Each Khan carved a distinct identity while maintaining massive commercial appeal. Here's the brutal truth. The industry and audiences are desperately searching for their successor, and Ranbir has been unofficially nominated for this impossible job. The question isn't whether Ranbir is talented. That's established. The question is, can he handle the weight of an entire industry's expectations while carving his own unique identity? Because succession in Bollywood isn't just about individual success, it's about becoming an institution where all the right ingredients come together at the right time. Much like Ranbir, we need the right ingredients and support, so hit that like button, ring that bell and subscribe with notifications on. Let's examine his first major test, Brahmastra Parts 2 and 3. The first film was complicated. It made 400 plus crores worldwide, but divided audiences like few films in recent memory. Some called it India's entry into the Marvel-esque universe era. Others dismissed it as visual spectacle without soul. Here's the brutal reality. Ranbir's Shiva was central to this divisive reception. Critics praised his sincerity, but questions remained of his performance and whether he possessed the larger-than-life presence that fantasy epics demand. The film's success was often attributed more to VFX and Ayan Mukherjee's vision than Ranbir's star power or performance. Now, he's committed to 2 more films in this universe. That's a massive bet. If Brahmastra 2 delivers, Ranbir could emerge as the face of Indian cinema's fantasy future, but if it fails, trilogy failures in Bollywood have a way of haunting actors for years. The pressure to evolve from confused young man to commanding superhero is immense. If Brahmastra is a gamble, then Ramayana is Russian roulette with Ranbir's career. This isn't just any film, it's an adaptation of India's most sacred epic, with a reported budget of 835 crore rupees, making it the most expensive Indian film ever made. Playing Ram isn't like playing any other character. Ram isn't just a mythological figure, he's a deity that millions worship daily. The last actor to successfully embody this character was Arun Govil in the 1980s, and decades later, people still touch his feet when they meet him. But here's where the casting controversy gets brutal. Many fans have already pointed out online that Ram Charan looked more like Lord Ram in RRR than Ranbir does. Social media is flooded with comparisons questioning whether Ranbir has the divine aura and physical presence that Ram requires. The scrutiny has begun even before the trailer release. Can Ranbir, with his urban sensibilities and contemporary image, overcome these pre-existing doubts and convince traditional audiences that he embodies the Maryada Purushottam? This is the man who played a rock star, a troubled lover, and a complex anti-hero. Can he transform into the epitome of righteousness and virtue while battling casting skepticism? This film could either make him untouchable in the best way possible, or create a backlash that defines his career forever. With Ramayana, there's no middle ground. You either become immortal or irrelevant. The stakes have never been higher. But if anyone from the current Bollywood actors lineup can rise to the occasion, then it has to be Ranbir. Then there's Animal Park, the sequel to Sandeep Reddy Vanga's polarizing Animal. Now this is where Ranbir's journey becomes genuinely dangerous. Animal was a cultural phenomenon that shattered box office records but sparked massive debates about toxic masculinity and violence. Animal proved that Ranbir could carry dark, morally ambiguous characters and deliver massive commercial success, but it also revealed the double-edged sword of controversial cinema. The film's 900+ crores worldwide success came with intense scrutiny of its messaging. Animal Park promises to be even more intense, even more controversial. Vanga has hinted at pushing boundaries further, and Ranbir has spoken about exploring darker territories. But here's the million-rupee question. Can he navigate this without alienating the broader audience he needs to truly succeed the Khans? Sequels often amplify both strengths and weaknesses of their predecessors. If Animal Park goes too dark, it could alienate audiences. If it plays too safe, it might disappoint those expecting escalation. For Ranbir, this represents his ability to own controversial choices while maintaining mainstream appeal. Finally, there's Love and War, Ranbir's reunion with Sanjay Leela Bhansali after their disastrous collaboration in Saawariya. Yes, the same film that nearly ended Ranbir's career before it began. But time changes everything in Bollywood. Bhansali has since proven his commercial prowess with Bajirao Mastani, Padmavat, and Gangubai Kathiawadi, films that combined his signature grandeur with box office success. Ranbir has proven his versatility across genres. This reunion feels different, mature, assured, redemptive. Love and War features Ranbir alongside Alia Bhatt and Vicky Kaushal in what's described as an epic love triangle set against conflict. If Bhansali's track record holds, this could be a visual and emotional spectacle, but can Ranbir finally prove he belongs in Bhansali's operatic universe? This film represents more than just another project. It's about redemption, evolution, and proving that second chances can lead to masterpieces. For Ranbir, it's the artistic credibility component of his succession claim. So, what does Ranbir actually need to achieve with these 4 films to claim the succession crown? It's not just about box office numbers, though they matter enormously. It's about creating a unique identity while maintaining pan-Indian and global appeal. Pan-India and global being the key words. Shah Rukh became the king of romance globally. Salman owned the mass masala space globally. Amir perfected the thinking man's commercial cinema globally. What's Ranbir's unique proposition? These 4 films need to answer that definitively. He needs Brahmastra to establish his fantasy film credentials, Ramayana to prove his cultural resonance, Animal Park to confirm his intense performance range, Love and War to showcase his artistic evolution. 4 different tests, 4 different audiences, 1 ultimate judgment. But here's the catch. Even if all 4 succeed commercially, does that guarantee succession to the throne? Hrithik had hits too, but timing, perception, that indefinable star quality and the mass audience connection all play crucial roles in creating a true successor. And they all need to come together at the same time with the right balance of each. Let's acknowledge the brutal truth. What we're expecting from Ranbir might be impossible. The Khans didn't just succeed, they created cultural institutions over decades. They survived multiple failures and became stars before the social media age evolved with changing times and built empires that transcended cinema. Ranbir is being asked to dethrone not 1, but 3 kings. The pressure is unprecedented, the scrutiny is intense, and the margin for error is almost non-existent. Moreover, the entertainment landscape has changed dramatically. Today's audiences are more fragmented, attention spans are shorter, and the competition from digital platforms is fierce. The rules of stardom have fundamentally shifted. So, while we analyze these 4 films as make or break moments, we must also recognize that true succession might require a different definition altogether in today's entertainment ecosystem. As we stand at the beginning of Ranbir Kapoor's most defining era, one thing is absolutely certain. There's no room for mediocrity. Each film carries the weight of expectation, the pressure of succession, and the scrutiny of a nation that creates and destroys superstars with equal intensity. 4 films, 24 months, one legacy hanging in the balance. The stage is set, the cameras are rolling, and the audience is waiting with bated breath. Will Ranbir Kapoor emerge as the king Bollywood desperately needs, or will he become another cautionary tale about the impossible weight of succession? Because in Bollywood, legends aren't born. They are forged through choices that echo through generations. And Ranbir Kapoor has made his choices. Now, we wait. What do you think? Will Ranbir succeed where others have struggled? Can he handle the pressure of replacing the Khans? Which of these 4 films do you think will define his legacy? Drop your predictions in the comments. Will he rise to become the king or crumble under the weight of expectations? If you're as invested in this succession story as we are, smash that like button and subscribe with notifications on, because the next 2 years will rewrite Bollywood history, and we'll be covering every twist and turn. Until next time, this is CelebrAsian. More stars, more stories, one Asia, where we believe the crown doesn't choose the king earns the crown.